these things are from experience. Don't, I repeat, do not. And all of a sudden, one fight, you start questioning the whole marriage. Be like, if I stone you shoe now. Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It is Gift. If you're watching my video for the first time, you're highly welcome. Please do well to subscribe, like, share, all of that good stuff. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey baby, welcome back to the channel. So by the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys 5 things you should know before settling down. 5 things you should know before settling down. And before we jump into this video, please share this video to the right set of people that might need to hear this. And yeah, let's just jump into this. So you guys, before we go into this video, you guys, marriage can be very, very tough and sweet at the same time. So don't expect the best in the first few years of marriage. I think the first few years of marriage is one of the toughest stages of marriage. Like, so many people can attest. I have friends that I have someone that actually attests to this. So let me not say friends, let me say someone that attests to this. I think 2 or 3 people attest to this, that the first few years of marriage is actually one of the toughest. Okay, so yeah. Now, tip number 1 that you need to know about marriage is that you learn as you go. You can never understand how marriage, the mechanics of marriage, you can never understand it at a go. Like, you cannot understand it immediately. You cannot even understand it from a book, because what works for this book, the person that wrote in that book, might not work for you. Okay, this is something that you learn as you go. You understand your partners better, you learn how you should do things better, you learn how to confront situations better, you learn how to do so many things in your own way, that like when you are trying to, maybe you are having issue now, you say you can tell person A will tell you what she does, and you can apply it in your own marriage. It's not working. It won't start causing more harm than it was before. Okay, so this is something that you learn as you go. You can't understand the mechanics of marriage immediately. You just learn as you go. Tip number 2 that you need to know. See, I will always be shouting it in this channel. I am the first daughter in my house. I'm the first daughter of my father. So all these things are from experience. I know all these things because I have been there. I have been there, and I am so honored to be sharing this to each and every one of you that cares to hear, that cares to click on this video and know it. And tip number 2 has to be the most important one that anybody should know as a woman. Okay, now listen. Don't, I repeat, do not report your husband to your mother or your father or your sister or your brother when you are having issue. Don't do that. Don't do it. Hold your ear. You hear me? Don't do it. See, if you are having issue with your husband and you feel like it is out of your control, that is why when you are praying for marriage, don't just pray for a good husband. Pray for an amazing in-law, amazing in-laws, mom-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, father-in-law. Pray for an amazing in-laws, okay? Because that is what saved me in those days of my life. Okay, so I can remember when we had issue one time, and I told my mom, I know sometimes instead of them to help you that like water down the situation, they'll help you to add more fire. All right, so that time I cannot go into details of what happened, but the thing escalated, and I have done it like multiple times, and instead of the whole situation to die down, I see myself doing something that will actually worsen the situation. And my husband, being the kind of person he is, he'll just be there looking at me and just wondering what is this girl doing. What is this girl doing? This girl does not know what she's doing, blah blah blah, all of that. Okay, but I noticed that doing that from his own end, from my own husband's end, he doesn't like it. It actually makes him mad. It actually makes the whole situation like get worse than it was. So this is what I do when we have issue back then, because now we have found a way to confront our issues. Okay, we don't need anybody to come and be settling our matter for us again. All right, so this is a stage in marriage that actually can actually pass if you guys get to understand each other and know how to handle your situation. So back then, what I now do is, once we have a fight that me I know is out of my control and he knows it is out of his own control, I go to my sister-in-law. She is one of the closest to him, so she is the one that used to settle our situation. All right, she talks to him, he talks to me, we see ourselves talking again, because sometimes we'll have this fight. Me, my mind will just go to, okay, I knew that this marriage was not as sweet as this is. All the time we are having sweet talk, and all of a sudden one fight. You start questioning the whole marriage. You forget all the sweet times that you guys had. So okay, I'm very sure I knew it. God, I knew that there's nothing sweet. This marriage cannot be as sweet as this. There's no way that this is going to be going like this. I need to do this. I need to do that. You see yourself planning how to. Me that is an overthinker. I overthink. Like, I'm an overthinker. So I'll see myself planning how to cater for my children when we go our separate ways. Hey, but this is how you handle it. Okay, when you have issues, don't go and carry your bag and say, okay, I'm going to my father's house. My father said I should come back. My mother said I should come back. Don't do that. Okay, remember when you were single, when you were still dating, you guys fight, you guys have issues, you guys settle. That's same in marriage. Marriage is even where you guys will be fighting and you will be seeing each other. Be like, if I stole you shoe now, they say I've stolen you shoe. Okay, that's how before you know it, you guys see yourself gliding towards each other, knowing how to handle your situations, and nobody needs to know. Nobody outside needs to know. Don't go and do it. All right? Yeah, that's that. Then tip number 2, I think number 3, okay, is, you guys, there are always days that you question your situation in this marriage thing, in this marriage academy. There are days you question, are you sure I'm going to do this for life? God, are you sure I can do this thing? God, are you sure I can do that? God, are you sure I'm ready for this thing? Are you sure this decision I'm taking or that I took is actually going to be a happily ever after? Are you sure? Blah 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 blah. All right, you see yourself questioning when you guys fight, when things are not going well, when you're not happy, when your husband is doing something you don't like and you are complaining he's not doing anything about it. All of that, my dear, I just want you to know that tough days don't last. It will still pass and you see yourself smiling again. All right, so like I said before, the first few years of marriage is actually one of the hardest days of marriage for me. I can attest to that. I don't know for other people. All right, so you just know that it will pass. Don't go and kill yourself. Don't go and kill yourself on top of anybody's matter. Don't do that. Just know that this will pass. Whilst you're having the issues come. Always remind yourself that, okay, tough days do come, but they don't last, because at the end of that tunnel, there's always lights at the end of the tunnel. Remember that. All right. Okay, tip number 4 is see this tip. Yeah, that's the tip that will make you feel peace. That's the tip that will make you feel at ease. That's the tip that will remind you that, okay, you are the child of a superior being and nobody has shit on you. And that tip is always prayer. Prayer is the key. I don't know who needs to hear this, but aside from actually telling somebody your problem and them comforting you, there's this kind of peace that comes with prayer when you tell God about it. When you tell God about what's wrong with you, what's going on. Like, I don't know how some of you do pray, but sometimes when it gets here, I'll just sit down, I'll just kneel down and be gisting God about what's going on in my life. I don't know whether any of you does that, but sometimes that's how I handle my own situation. I see myself just gisting him from beginning to end, and how I've tried to manage the situation and what I'm doing to manage the situation. But I remind him that he can actually, I remind him that he is in control. That me, I've already stepped out of this situation. I'm no longer in this situation. He's the one that is going to take care of it. Alright? I don't know how some of you do pray, but this is how I do mine so many times, and it makes me feel at ease, makes me feel at peace, because there's this assurance that comes with prayer that last baby, you go do all right. Okay, so yeah, always pray. Prayer is the key, and that's it. All right, so tip number 5, I've been thinking of tip number 5, but I don't know what tip number 5 is going to be, but you can add yours in the comment section. Okay, I'm going to leave that blank for you guys to add what you think any of your friend, your sister should know before getting married. Leave that in the comment section. I'm going to be reading it too, and I do have sisters that need to know too, so you're also doing me a favor. I need to know, right? Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, because I enjoyed filming it, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. I was yours, you were mine, but it's time to say goodbye. Didn't know that the honeymoon's just a phase. Now I understand, I learned it firsthand.